What's that, bro?
No, you good.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Slaves are what they try to make us tomorrow. Slaves. Yo, this the year 03, let's get a few things straight. Martial law is with the beast trying to mandate, put the world in checkmate. The matrix, we gotta escape. Sam Sneeze, super nigga, no cake. Make no mistakes, still considered one of the greats. A bait with heavyweights, taking all the food off plates. Special interest, United Snakes. But if we stand, fight the power, then that's all it takes. A mastermind since the beginning of rhyme. I put my life on the line, giving light to the blind. Seen all the signs, heard the Lord's calling. So you preachers can't keep falling. We dealing with the fallen. One nation under one groove inside an enemy society creeping. Every closed I ain't sleeping. I'm about to take a trip down Bohemian Grove where they been caught crooked plans right up under your nose. Wake up. Slaves are what they try to make us tomorrow. Slaves are big control. I wanna follow. Slaves will lose their homes and live in sorrow. Yo, they got us caught up on murder, sex, money, and drugs, war and pestilence. But I maneuver with excellence for full water and shelter, a real issue. Cause if this all snatched away, Playboy, where's you? A savage Roman, man that roams around the street searching for prey like killers today. Illuminati got a plan for us. Every closed I ain't sleep, it's time to exodus. It's too unjust, that's why we fight and fuss. Anglo, black, Hispanic, tricked by men that's satanic. It's about to get chaotic like the days of Martin Luther. Police that bring the future. About to wipe out the Constitution, cause more confusion for the North American Union. It's time to take a trip down Bohemian Grove where they concoct crooked plans right up under your nose. Wake up. Slaves are what they try to make us tomorrow. Slaves are big control. I wanna follow. Slaves will lose their homes and live in sorrow. Yo, the Roman Empire still admired by bonesmen with the power to give us a lead shower. Concentration camps fenced with barbed wire. Got hit men for hire. We in a line of fire, but I joust with the best of them. Spit nails at the rest of them like Christ, I'm addressing them. No doubt, I might get nailed to the cross, but at least I touch the system where the people are lost. We got big brother watching, the microchip is shocking. Precious metals need to be the topic when we're talking. Stop the sleepwalking, deliver the word. Each one teach one, cause the plot's absurd. The elite's plans about to emerge. While CNN and Fox focus on Sunnis and Kurds. I'm about to take a trip down Bohemian Grove where they concoct crooked plans right up under your nose. Wake up. Slaves are what they try to make us tomorrow. Slaves are big control. I wanna follow. Slaves will lose their homes and live in sorrow.
As long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening. You like me, you like me, you like me. If I'm talking about drinking and nothing about thinking, as long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me. Yeah. But the second I start with the state of the economy, black leadership, black gods, and black sovereignty, that's when you can't seem to follow me. Confusion, you feel like you're losing. I'm no longer amusing. This song's about choosing while you cruising. Either black entertainment or the black revolution. People love to see a young black man rap until he wakes up and realizes he's caught in the trap. So as long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening, you like me, you like me, you like me. Hey, If I'm talking about drinking, it's nothing about thinking. As long as I'm high and I never ask why. You like me, you like me, you like me. But the minute I get in about the way these rappers spit it, the minute I start spitting that truth, it comes a critic. I freestyle off the top like removing your Yankee fitted, but they not really checking for skills, they want the gimmick. Many of the challenges we face, we can solve them, but there's no trust, no unity, and that's the problem. Black people fighting amongst themselves, that's the problem. White people fighting amongst themselves, that's the problem. U.S. foreign policy is simply just bomb them. Rebels against their own government, the U.S. arms them. Then when things get out of hand, yeah, they try to calm them. More money, more diplomacy, just charm them. If that doesn't work, then they move to Osama. Turn them into a terrorist so they can disarm them. Through the corporate media, we don't stand a chance, but too many people want us to just stand and dance. So as long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening, you like me, you like me, you like me. If I'm talking about drinking and not about thinking, as long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me. You like me, you like me, you like me. You like me, you like me, you like me.
Peace, peace, peace. The Tantulus one. My boy Chief Holiday. Chief.
Peace, Tantulus one. How's it going tonight, brother?
Pretty good. I'm on 100 tonight, so it's pretty good. Just just want to go over some things. We ain't have the opportunity to do a live stream for a couple of weeks, so you know how it go. But go ahead and say what's up to the people. Let me check the chat room real quick.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Peace and love to all the American Aborigines. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming out, man. Thank y'all for showing all the support that y'all show, man. And hey, salute to the council. You know what I'm saying? All the extinguished brothers and sisters that build with us, man, and keep us sharp, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? As usual, man, we back. You know what I'm saying? Here we are, And we're gonna have a couple channels, man. So if this thing ever happens again, you know what I'm saying, we'll be able to, hey, that's okay. We can go right. We can go to another channel right then. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep this thing going, man. We can get this information to the people. We're gonna fellowship, we're gonna power with our people. You know what I mean? So, man. So as usual, you know what I'm saying, the truth is in the building. The Tantulus one in the building, man. You know what it is, man. Let's get it. As usual, man. We're gonna start shouting out everybody. Off top, man. It's a lot of things have been going on. You know what I'm saying, since we've been going on these Sunday builds. You know what I'm saying. So we just gonna catch up with the family. You know what I'm saying. Have like a recap. You know what I'm saying. And then the brothers got a lot of interest in. The brothers stay in the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying. So. We're going to check out some of this new information that the Tantulus one is bringing to the people tonight, man. Oh, and tomorrow night, we're going to have the brother Karimio Ahua. Tomorrow night, it's going to be on the Vortex Media 2. You know what I'm saying? The Aboriginal American History Show. You know what I'm saying? So come check us out tomorrow over there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a great build with the brother over there, man. So but tonight, man, it's a Sunday build with Tantulus one and Chief Holiday, man. Let's get it in. Shout out to the family, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Oh, God. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, let me ask you a question. What you think about that Stephen Clark shooting in Sacramento?
Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of weird shit going on, man. They kind of showed like some type of release of the footage, of the cops chasing them or whatever, right? Yeah, it's just weird, man. Here's my thing though, like I'm hearing a lot of like negative stuff talking about the brother, you know what I'm saying, like his personal life and stuff like that or whatever. And I just think that's weird, you know what I mean? The brother's dead, so I don't think, digging up his personal life, whoever's doing it, and using that as a measurement of your judgment of what's going on, we gotta have some type of respect, you know what I mean? So Yeah, man. I mean, the police is negative, man. I mean, it's just wrong, man. And you know, they definitely kill unarmed people too much. And I mean, you know, I just can, you know, remember the times I ran away from the police and thinking now that I'm looking back at just even this brother or Sterling Alton or what was the brother name? I gotta say his name, or Walter Scott. Peace, peace, and rest in paradise to these brothers, man. But Walter Scott, when he was running, you know what I mean, and got shot in his back like that, gunned down, broad daylight.
Ask your question. Let me ask you about this, right? Because this one right here, right? All right. It seemed like with all these shootings, they always try to paint a narrative that these people was doing something wrong. Well, I'm gonna say fuck these people, our brothers was doing something wrong, right? But in this case right here, they said this nigga was breaking into cars. Now I'm gonna keep it 100. I find a motherfucker breaking in my car, I might shoot him. I'm not. That's not an excuse for what happened of the 20 times though. But just imagine you come outside in the middle of the night and you got a hammer in the house or something, and motherfucker breaking in your car. What you gonna do?
Well, legally, there's protocols for that. You legally can't just shoot them. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying I'm definitely not for the you know, boys in blue. Definitely not for them. I'm just trying to just paint it from both sides just to have a different perspective to talk to. I ain't telling you where I'm standing at. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's just for conversation purposes. But I just found that to be kind of like, you know what I'm saying, that they always try, whatever the situation is, somebody's always either they doing something or they not doing something. You know what I'm saying? And the situation what happened as far as the female was concerned, because somebody went back and looked on his Instagram page. So they went back a couple years, and in his Instagram page, he said he hate black women, right? He said the only thing he liked black is his Xbox, right? And then he got an Asian, I guess he was Vietnamese or some shit like that. They got all them Asian shit out there in California, but nonetheless though, she was like she don't like black shit neither. Like, so it was like, you know, they was kind of going back on whatever they was posting it on. And you know, people caught on to it. You know what I'm saying? He said he don't like black women. He said black women equal something bad, bad shit happening or some shit he said. And you know, a lot of people went at him on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah. I said, y'all, so you saying that he supposed to got killed because he's saying he don't like black women. And now listen, understand where I'm coming from, all right? I'm not cooning for this nigga, but if you want, either you gonna be on code or you're not gonna be on motherfucking code. Don't, you know, either you gonna be on code. Don't make an excuse why you're not gonna back a man who been shot, you know what I'm saying, who been shot, I guess we say wrongfully, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just my opinion, how I stand on it. What do you think about it? Chief? I guess Chief must be out though, but yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like with all these shootings, they always doing something wrong, or it's always in the midst of them doing something they don't have no business doing, and then they catch them, and then they have a reason for the reason why they was murdered or whatever. That's all. That's something I see, and I also look at it from another perspective that some of these shootings, I didn't believe the Alton Sterling shooting, so I'm sorry if anybody might think I might be a little out of it, because I seen some stuff that, you know, I don't think a lot of people seen. I seen some videos where I seen the police roll over him and then shoot. Oh, like, it was just some weird shit, man. I don't think a cop gonna shoot that close to his partner. You know what I'm saying? And it just looked at fugazi. And then it was two different angles, two different views. So I mean, with some of these shootings, I don't know. Even at the other one, the Walter Scott one, I thought was kind of suspect. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what happened, you know what I'm saying? But what about his little brother though, or his big brother? Whether that's his big brother or that's his little brother. I think he said that. I think the one that was giving an interview said that his brother was Stephen was his little brother. But his brother, man, that nigga is bugging, yo. Like I'm not saying like, yo, I don't know if that's grief. That don't look like grief to me. That just looked like he trying to get some attention. You know, he was all hugged up on Reverend Al Sharpton. Man, that shit looked crazy. Chief, where you at, Chief?
Yeah, man, I'm right here, man. I was trying to I put in there to the family sub to the new channel. That Chief Holiday right there with the but yeah, peace to everybody, man. But listen, man, you know,
the nigga hugged up with Al Sharpton though.
What's gonna happen though? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we see Walter Scott, huh?
Did you see the nigga hugged up with Al Sharpton, yo?
Nah, man, I ain't seen none of that shit.
Nigga, at the funeral, man, the nigga was hugging Al Sharpton, just looking at nigga. Yo, the shit just look. I'm just saying, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like some of this shit, man. Who was hugged up with Al Sharpton? Yo, I'm just saying, some of this shit is too much for me, man. You gotta just step back and look at it and be like, yo, this shit is just a little too much for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Little nigga wild out ran in there, was sitting on top of the what was that? The mayor desk. Now I'm saying that was all good, but that shit was, yo, I'm just saying, man, like, you know, some of this stuff, man, just like, yo, I'll be looking at like this shit can't be real, man. This shit has to be somebody's.
Who was hugged up? Who was hugged up with Al Sharpton though?
The little brother, the big brother, the little nigga that had the scarf on his head, man. And you know something funny? You know something funny? When the dude, Stephen, he had a post, right? Where he said his son wasn't black. He said his son is Asian and Indian, right? And I found that funny. Yeah. That's what he posted. Yes, indeed. He posted that his son was Asian and Indian. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They never elaborated on how, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, he had to be like a jokester from some of his comments and shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm just saying it's sad the brother got shot 20 times, man. But you gotta understand something, man. Like, you know, I'm not
saying shot 20 times though. Because you had to fall down after a couple shots.
That's overkill, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man. That's just crazy.
But
that's too much.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't. You know what I'm saying? This shit be real weird to me, man. The way his little brother acted, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't act.
Listen, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Let's just keep this real. When this stuff first started happening, right? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was kind of on edge, you know, driving and certain things like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to get shot by cops or even white people just saying they standing their ground. Oh, I'm scared of him. They just gonna shoot me. You see how that work? That's all they gotta say is they scared to stand their ground. So I think we're going on a slippery slope here, and then especially when it's on the other side, and we shoot them because we're scared. You know what I'm saying? And then we go to prison. Even the cops, even black cops go to prison for shooting white people. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's interesting. And when when Walter Scott was executed in broad daylight on camera and then set up, and that dude didn't get no time, nothing. So I don't know, you know, what's his name? Michael Slager. Like, I mean, we at some point, like, at least we need to talk about them and out them, you know, more, you know, what are they doing? You know, what's going on, you know, where they live and where are they at now? You know what I mean? Like, just kind of report on that. I think some other channel might be, you know, interested in doing that. You know, where are they now? Murderers of innocent, unarmed people. What are they doing now? Because a lot of these people got donations for their defense, pay off their mortgages, go get new jobs. Did they get switched over to new departments? Are they, you know what I'm saying? So here's the thing, right? I always had this question in my mind, right? Because most cops were in the military, you know what I mean? They were in war, you know what I'm saying? So they were at them theaters of war with, you know, people that are Middle Eastern descent, right? They call them Arabs, right? So I'm just kind of paint this picture for y'all, right? Okay, so they have rules of engagement in a theater of war. rules of engagement. When you see a Iraqi with a AK-47, you can't just shoot him unless he's pointing the gun at you. Just giving you a perfect example, right? So that there's a clear rules of engagement in an open theater of war, right? Okay, so now they come back from that theater of war with the rules of engagement, right? And trained, they were trained at these rules of engagement, right? And so they come to America and just seem to forget all the rules of engagement of unarmed people and things of that nature, whatever, right? Now, think about it. They got rules of engagement with armed people there that are shooting at them, right? Because they can get in trouble if they kill an unarmed person over there, right? They can get court-martialed, put in prison for a long time, all this other shit, right? But they come back here, become cops, and they can kill anybody with impunity. Now, a few years back, peace, rest in paradise to this brother Stanley Gibson, right? But he was a veteran. Now he went and fought for the country in Iraq and stuff like that. Whatever, he come back, he had PTSD, things of that nature, whatever. So he was off his meds, right? So his wife, I guess he was in his car. Now he's in his parked car. I'm gonna say this again. Mr. Stanley Gibson, Iraqi war veteran, you know what I'm saying, who was a little sick, you know what I mean, he was taking treatments and things of that nature for PTSD, right? And some other things, I think, right? So he's in his car parked without the keys. His wife has the keys. Y'all follow me? He has no weapons in the car. He don't have anything. So I'm just painting the picture. His wife calls the cops, to help him come get her out the car, because he's off his meds. You want to get him on his meds, right? Okay. So the cops come there, whatever, and they talk to him and everything, and he's not getting out the car, you know what I mean? He's like, no, it's his car. I guess, he wants to go somewhere, right? Whatever. Well, anyway, so they have a huddle. They all huddle up, right? I think it's 4 cops. They all huddle. And they all say, okay, we're going to use non-lethal bullets on Mr. Gibson. Huddle, right? They all huddle, all 4 of them. But one of them didn't get the message. So he shot him with real bullets on camera. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. So, yeah, man. So be careful, man.
Chief, hold up. But why would they even resort to that type of force? You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't, if he didn't, you know what I'm saying? If he wasn't a risk or whatever, why would they even shooting them up with rubber bullets, man? Come on, man. I mean, that shit hurts. You know what I'm saying? To even shoot them, that shit hurts, man. I've seen people get shot with rubber bullets. They done had fucking blue and black marks on them for weeks. So to even shoot, we're gonna shoot them with a couple of rubber bullets. You know what I'm saying? Then one of them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, man. I think some of this shit be scripted, man. I'm just keeping 100, man. I know people don't want to think that way, but I mean, like, shit, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I done had encounters with police, and they're not even like no rude shit. But sometimes motherfucker pull you over, you ask him why he pulling you over. You gonna ask questions. You know what I'm saying? You ain't thinking like, oh, he gonna pull his gun out. If I see him motherfucker put his hands on his gun, then I'm gonna calm down quick. You know what I'm saying? To de-escalate the situation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna ask the fuck you pulling me over for. Especially if I'm not at risk or whatever. And even like I said, man, it's just like I said, it's just how you act, man. I don't know, man. I can't call this shit because this is real weird. This is real weird, man. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. And the funny thing is, man, I don't encounter a lot of racist police, man. I haven't seen a racist police in a long time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just the fact that they pulling you over trying to get, revenue for the county or for the municipality is some evil shit within itself. But I haven't met no cop that was an asshole or just was like, oh man, shut up. I honestly have, and I'm saying I really don't want to run into one of them. But most of the cops is respectful, man. I mean, from what I seen, from as opposed to when I was growing up, man. When I was growing up, man, cops, yo, they'll take you to the airport. Like, cause I live, like I said, in North New Jersey, so they'll take you out to the airport, take your shoes, stone. Man, they ain't do all time. I'm talking about that's the minimum shit. They did way worse shit than that. But just to a regular kid, man, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, I can't call it, man. But yeah, man, what do you think about the dude Angel Ramirez? I don't want to keep mentioning him though, but I just I watched the video, I did a video on it or whatever, because I felt like that nigga didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He was reading out of he was reading out of History for Dummies, you know what I'm saying? 101 and shit. But yeah, I mean, I had to correct it because for him to claim that the Aborigines was the Australians when the word Aborigines wasn't applied to the Australians until the 1800s. They was the last one it was applied to. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about the Aborigines of the New World, they knew what they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Right. He also said, what the fuck did he say? Oh, he said it's a fact that all life started in Africa. Now somebody said that, Michael Creedmoor, he said that one of the mummies was white or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that because I know that they be lying about that shit too. You just got to read between the lines. Just because somebody say something that and that ain't true, you know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't no white people in them areas until, till recently. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who study history should already know that. But yeah, man, he said a bunch of shit, man. I was just looking like, yo, I mean, really, like, I mean, I see a lot of people, they doing their little Aborigine videos, but they really don't have a clue because it's more than just showing pictures, man. You know what I'm saying? You showing pictures, you want to do the further research. You want to know what the hell happened. You want to know how, and even at this point of stage that I've done the research, I'm still confused in certain areas when it comes to certain things because I'm finding a lot of free people and I'm wondering, but I now know why a lot of these jokers was free because them was the jokers that was cutting the deals with the Europeans. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only explanation for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they wasn't letting nobody be free unless you was trying to be colonized. And that's
here's the thing though, right? The whole concept of them colonizing this land, that's true. But majority of us weren't enslaved. Majority of us were doing our own thing, building our own shit, or whatever, right? So they just kind of paint this whole broad stroke picture of slaves are black, servants are white. You see how that work? And so they want to psychologically keep us in this slave paradigm. And that's the problem, that once we can figure out that, and that's why I go so hard on slavery, because I researched slavery. Most people, we just believed slavery because of Huck Finn or because of Gone with the Wind or Roots. You know what I'm saying? There's no historical records of this. Nowhere. They're lying. So if you went and worked for somebody as a okay, you want to be a shoemaker, right? So you become apprentice under this man that's a shoemaker, right? You know what I mean? And you don't even have a name. You don't have a surname. You know what I mean? Your name is Juan, right? So you're working under the shoemaker, right? So you become an apprentice under the shoemaker. He's your master. So these fools would be like, oh yeah, he was a slave. Wow, everybody was a slave. That's black, right? So white people wasn't slaves. That's a lie. White people were in the same conditions as black people. This is a fact. And we'll show this, we'll show this so people can see these things or whatever. But yeah, it's just not true. It wasn't just all, like that or whatever. And it was just class. It was more of a class system as opposed of a caste system was opposed of color. You see what I'm saying? You be born jet black and of nobility. You got way more rights than a dirt poor serf that's from Yugoslavia or Germany or Britain. You know what I mean? So this just, oh my God, it's just so much mind fuckery going on that we got to get around those things. You know what I'm saying? And these words and the things that we say, I see this all the time. We see brothers and sisters that know, that know they Aborigine, right? That even teach it, but they'll still say stuff like hominids or Neanderthals or the Bering Strait crossing. You know what I'm saying? They're still holding on to a lot of this stuff that's just not true. You know what I mean? It just don't add up. You know what I mean? to just the science and just facts. So yeah, man. So yeah, no, I'm man, we just got to rewrite history, man, and make it work for us. And that's just what it is. And whoever don't like that, you know, it might be a coon, it might be a Sambo, or whatever the words that need to be said. You know what I mean? Now we talk about Mr. Everybody Hates Angel. Yeah, I do. I hate your information, man. It sucks. And just respectfully, but you know, here's the thing, right? And this is what I don't like. I don't like mixed people. I hate mixed people worse than people who are full-blooded. And that we'll get back to y'all in a minute. You know, that seem like to me that you see everything that's going on around here, right? And just because you have a white parent or whatever, right? One of your mom or your dad is white or whatever, you still should be able to fall on the side of righteousness. So a lot of these guys think like the Spaniards, think like the Italians. You see what I'm saying? They honor the Italians, they honor the Spanish or whatever, so they see things from their perspective. That's just it. And they want it to fit in that box that the Spaniards and these people have put it in. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can say for them or whatever. And it just can be proven. We can prove everything that you guys are saying is just fake. So I'm just trying to break down the psychology of these guys. This guy is you know, he doesn't fall on the side of the Aborigines of the land as opposed to the invaders. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's just it. So when you get somebody that's so-called not mixed, right? Got a black mom, black dad, or whatever, or Aboriginal mom and Aboriginal daddy, right? We're gonna start saying that Aboriginal, right? You know, their minds still think more like the people who came here and started, you know, assimilating you know, into their way of thinking. You go to their universities and they teach you the way to think the way they want you to think. Now I don't see. I mean, we've seen your best educated people from Harvard to you know, Yale, all your people, right? And the more educated they are, the more indoctrinated they are, the less effective they are for our community. They're totally, you know what I mean? Their minds will not think of uplifting our community. They will be more so worried about uplifting their community. If you're an engineer, if you're this or that, or whatever, you're not, I'm going to come back to my community and make my community better. If I'm in construction or whatever, you see what I'm saying? Your mind has been colonized. You're not thinking freely. You're in a sunken place. And look, it's so crazy. They'll make a movie and put it out about you. That's how ill these people are, right? They ill. They're like, yo, we'll tell them the truth, and they're not going to do nothing about it but cry and talk about it, right? It's never a solution to this, right? It's never a solution. Well, I come up with solutions all the time, right? We say, well, how do we beat white supremacy, right? By not saying it. Call it white degeneracy, right? If you could just put degeneracy in your mind, it disarms the supremacy things that you're saying in your mind. Oh, I can't beat the supreme. You know what I mean? You can't beat supremacy because you have been put, inferiority chip has been put in you. Take it out. You are an infinite being. You live forever. You've been here. Wake up. The ancestors in you, wake up. That's all. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bunch of arguments, not a whole bunch of debates, because you can't really debate this. It's not a debatable thing. You know what I mean? We have too much documented evidence, empirical data. Shout out to Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. Empirical data that they don't have. And they'll try to call these people all these other things Africans, and they know when these terms didn't exist. So that's not even nothing to argue either. Like, why would you argue? It's like arguing with somebody that believes in Santa. Really? You can't argue with that person. They're believers. These guys believe in their teachers, right? So here's the thing, right? When you ask them who's their master teacher, right? It falls back to Hershoviks and all these other people, right? Jewish people that came up with these stories, right? When you ask us who is our master teacher, we say our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, our mothers, right? Who taught us our heritage. See how that work? So just because somebody came and they started changing your names on a piece of paper, that has nothing to do with us still being the real and only true Americans. So when somebody, whether they Asian, Hispanic, whatever, white, treating you negatively, ask them for their green card. And when are they going home if they don't like your land and how you moving around here? See how that work? So, yeah, man, we just got to move different, man. And like I said, I can't listen to nobody, nobody, if they're not speaking power, if they're not talking about in their sentences, yo, we're going to get this power, or this is these words that we're spitting out, this words, this things that we're saying is creating a more powerful reality for us, as opposed to one that is, oh, poor me. It's so, we're so little, we're so small. Hey, let's do a GoFundMe. You know what I mean? It's just too much gay shit going on, man, and we got to stop it. As men, we got to stop it for our community, or it's not going to be anything out there for our sons. It's going to be terrible. You know what I mean? So niggas gonna really have to go check into, you know, to a slave camp. And really, isn't that what it is? You know what I mean? Let's think about this for a second, right? We don't want to work for each other. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have to have a complete overhaul in the way we think as people, right? And here's the thing, right? By us speaking, and the ones that teach about and talk about the Aboriginal consciousness, right? And push this line, right? What we're doing is empowering our people. It's the ultimate, you know, when they say Black power, right? And it's the ultimate when we talk about pride and we talk about power. It's the ultimate. It's the final level of consciousness in what we're talking about. If you ain't talking about this consciousness, you ain't talking about getting power. There's nothing that they could say or do any differently. There's nothing that Al Sharpton or any of these motherfuckers that's been doing it this long can do to change the nothing, because it was never designed for them to do that. So let's don't do that no more. Let's do something different. If we start demanding, we're not asking. People see, when you thought you was from Africa, you had to, oh, can we ask for permission to move over here? I'm not asking these motherfuckers where I can move and how I can move on my land. See the different conversation? So they have to explain to me why you're trespassing. You have to explain to me why you're not paying me for your polluting my air and water. That's what you got to do. Don't talk to me about nothing else. Talk to me about Ireland, Jared Taylor. Don't talk to me about America, because you're not fucking Americans. We are. And that's what y'all are jealous of, and that's why y'all trying to get rid of us. That's why I'm proud. So yeah, you know how they be riding around they trucks and they flags, they red, black, red, white, and green, red, black, red, white, and blue flags, and make you feel alienated from your shit. It's your shit, our land. I never even wanted to go to motherfucking Massachusetts or Maine, none of these places, because I thought those was white people's lands. Y'all see how that work? I don't want to go where no white people at. Fuck them, man. Move around when I come up there. How about that? Fuck out of here, man. And that's why we in the position we in, because we mentally think we only supposed to be in these areas, in this area. Oh, let's don't go over there. We scared. Fuck off, man. How about that? And that's why we losing, because we don't think about gaining power. If you're an all-star in high school football, something like that, basketball, why you ain't think about forming your own league? So I don't want to hear shit else. No more what we can do. We don't want to be the generation talking like the same way Malcolm X was talking. The fuck did they do? So we're going to do the same dumbass shit, go get the same motherfuckers to come in and quell the energy, all the things that we're trying to do. It's the same play. We're not going to fall for that no more. So I don't even pay attention to nothing. I don't even know what's going on if somebody was marching. I don't care. I don't care what these citizens are doing, because it's not working for us. So we don't wake up. I think we are the last vanguards. We are the ones to I say we. I'm saying all of you are listening. You are the great ones. We all together, not one. We move together. You know what I'm saying? One arrow breaks, but 13 or 50 arrows all moved. You can't break 50. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? 5 or 6. You can't break them. So yeah, man. So I'm tired. I'm tired of all this weak ass. Yeah, no, we sorry, we little. Fuck off, man. We built monuments, we built pyramids all over this planet. Oh, and by the way, good work, bro. Videos you put out, man, about the pyramids being older here in America. That's checkmate. It's no more conversation. Y'all should shut the fuck up. Every time you talk about some shit in Kemet, just know that that's not accurate. It's fake. We have this older here. It came from here first. So let's talk about that. Until they start doing those type of research, I don't respect what you're doing over there.
You know what? I forgot all about that shit, Chief. I mean, damn,
I did not wait to talk about that today because we're gonna do Egypto America tomorrow. We're gonna go in on that tomorrow and show some stuff with your brother over there, man. We're gonna kill these dudes, man, because like I said, we have real information to put out. They got fake information. And here's the crazy part about it: we're using the information that comes from them. It ain't like we went and dated the fucking pyramids in Peru. They did.
Yeah, they don't hardly want to talk about that. That's something that they don't hardly talk because I'm just saying, like, and then I'm not, let me tell you something. I'm like this, man. I'm not a naive motherfucker, man. When it comes to research, before I even consider to do the article, I make sure I can find at least 5 articles that's giving me that's going to give me enough motivation for me to do it. And I ain't just going to do it. Oh, I found one article. Oh, this is true. Oh, no. I don't do that. I contrast and I compare. And I've always done that, you know what I'm saying, since, you know what I'm saying, since going through these fucking universities and shit and learning how to write papers and stuff like that. But like I said, a lot of times, man, with these articles, man, you got to be careful. But look, man, they said, I mean, I'm fuck what they said. The article, according to archaeologists and paleontologists, they said Peru dates back to almost 3,800 BC. I seen 3,800 BC, 3,200 BC. I'm thinking that them places are older than that. I'm thinking that they're older than that. I'm thinking that they gotta be at least 70,000, maybe 80,000 years old. I'm telling you, because listen, think of it like this. If man been here for millions of years, where are the other structures that's supporting it? Because all these structures that they showing you are within a 5,000 to 6,000 year radius. You know what I'm saying? And then the stuff that they do say, all right, well, that might have been, they still got people who come and say, well, nah, that's not true. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like when I read the article about Michael Cremore, how he said that, you know, the young lady said that one of the artifacts that they found, they dated it back to 300,000 years old. I guess the guy who oversees.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? Well, here's the thing: how they try to confuse people, right? They say it's paleo human beings, right? And they have archaic human beings, right? Well, these are time periods. And what they're saying is, yeah, we know there was archaic human beings and paleo human beings in America. Let's use this as an example, right? What they're not telling you is the dates and the times, and they're not. And then they'll say, well, yeah, they were building fires. Well, if somebody knows how to build a fire and plant corn, they are scientists. I'm gonna say this again. If you can plant corn in agriculture and irrigation and certain things, and this has been going on this in America for thousands, tens of thousands of years, if not hundreds of thousands of years. So yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit tomorrow too with the brother Cremore. He breaks down a lot of stuff about the corn, because you know maize is indigenous to America. And it's just funny how Adam and Eve was eating corn on cobs. Moses was having crab boils of corn and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just interesting, man, how they were doing that in the Bible. But that's a whole nother point. But yeah, man, just like I said, we've been hoodwinked, we've been fooled, we've been bamboozled, we have been definitely led astray to your goddamn death. Because it's only leading you to death. You see how they were? And we can see that. We see a whole deaf culture in our music and our everything, right? Now, what we're saying is let's take this back. Let's take control of our culture. Let's take control of everything. It's kind of easy, ain't it? It's not hard. So yeah, Google to the family, man.
Man, a lot of motherfuckers ain't capable of being no business owners, man. That's why people work for people, man. If everybody was capable of being a business owner, and even right now, I'm just saying, I mean, look, man, it ain't for everybody. I see a lot of people who, but you gotta have some type of business, man. You gotta have some, even if you teach your children to be like that. But I don't know, man. Sometimes, man, when I look at these situations, it's just shit just like you just want to pull your fucking hair out, man, because some of these situations is just like, I don't know. You don't want to own a liquor store. You don't really want to sell cigarettes. I mean, what the fuck you really want to do? You know what I'm saying? You want to definitely do something positive that's going to impact, or if you can leave some type of.
I mean, we got to start with food.
Nah, hold on, Chief, hold up. Chief. But if you can leave some type of legacy for you and your kids and your son, I don't care what it is. It can just be a family business that's in the business, man. Because even when you was looking back, like when I was looking back in time, and you know what the difference is, like my father and them, they used to work on cars and they used to do all this old construction shit. They used to do that, you know, like how we get sitting around right now talking on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They'd be outside fixing the cars or doing, you know what I'm saying, little stuff like that. We don't no longer do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? When you go to school, most of the time you go to school, you just go in there to learn literature. You ain't going in to learn a skill or to learn something to do with your hands. You know what I'm saying? You just basically learning, you know, I mean, it's nothing wrong with learning more literature, but at the end of the day, you want to, okay, you can only talk about so much shit. You know what I'm saying? Most of the stuff a motherfucker go to school for, you don't use 90% of that shit. You fuck around and go to school, you fuck around, go to school, you know what I'm saying, for some weird degree and be working at AutoZone or, you know what I'm saying, Advanced Auto and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Chief, I'm just saying, like, as far as that, man, it's a legacy, man. You know, people definitely, they gotta tap into them own, at least leave it for the children, man. Because if this generation ain't gonna do nothing with it, the next generation gotta definitely do something with it. But go ahead, say what you was about to rock with. Chief.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's crazy. I do know this though. I think we've been indoctrinated for, you know, like 40 years or so, right? And heavily indoctrination of Africa and the music and everything, right? So shout out to all the rappers, man, from Waka Flocka to Busy Bone. Shout out to Master P. He was down there. He said he down there with the real Indian. He was in the whole full Indian, they're saying Indian in the Indian garb. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. Shout out to man. I could go on and on. There's a few of them, man, that are really into the science, man. And believe me, this wave, this tsunami is it's going to encompass this whole America, man. We all going to be talking about this. The rappers are going to be putting in their songs. See what I'm saying? So shout out to the ones that are already doing it, man. Shout out to the ones that they're going to be doing it. So yeah, man, catch the wave, man. Catch the tsunami. Cowabunga. That's all I can say, man. I mean, we could talk all night about a whole bunch of stuff to prove our point, but I think that we have to understand too that we're winning. You see how they work? Not on some corny shit, on some real shit. We're waking people up. More people are coming over to our side. Shout out to George Macon. Shout out to Solarmine. You know what I'm saying? We people that are about the truth, man, are gonna stand up on the truth. And if you really a researcher and you're really doing some research, this is irrefutable evidence. So that's not even a question no more. You know what I mean? We're gonna have some fun, man. You know what I'm saying? And whenever, you know, in the season, it's the summer, we're gonna win this summer because we just won the winter. Came in the new year winning in the spring, and we're gonna win this summer. So let's just keep winning, man. Let's just keep winning.
Hey, Chief. Hey, you know something funny when I was like as far as the dating for these pyramids, I got a video with a brother named Wayne Chandler, right? And Wayne Chandler got an interesting book. It's called it's called Return to the Future or whatever. And it's a very interesting book, yo. I ain't gonna front. He said that the pyramids in Egypt was 70,000 years old, right? So, like I said, even if there is 70,000, I'm gonna say the ones in Peru like 100,000 or around like 75,000. And I even believe that they gotta be older than that, because I don't believe that they was not built simultaneously. They wasn't building them over here. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to do some research on Africa, yo, because something about Africa is real weird, man. It's just real weird to me, man. The whole situation over there, because I find it ironic that there's no pyramids in West Africa or South Africa. Yeah, there is some in the Sudan, but they're very small pyramids. The only big pyramids they got is in Egypt. There's more pyramids in Europe than there is in Africa. And this is facts. Let me say, hold up. Maybe I might not be correct on that, because there is a lot of pyramids in Egypt, and there are a lot of small pyramids in Sudan. But I seen a whole lot of them on the map. When I was looking like for pyramids in different regions in Europe, they got a lot of pyramids. And that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, this history it's definitely weird, man. And I don't know what compelled me to take on, you know what I'm saying, trying to make these videos or trying to do the research or whatever. But you know, like I said, I learned a lot, man. I've definitely humbled myself. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the subscribers, all the people who come through. Definitely, man. Shout out to all y'all, man, because a lot of you guys send me some good information. And shout out to the brother that sent me the actually he sent me the PDF. His name is Michael. And I wrote his name. I can't find it right now. But nonetheless, though, he sent me the PDF. Oh, Michael on Kamba. I mean, I'm sorry, I ain't trying to be butchering your name up or whatever. But shout out to the brother for sending me the PDF or whatever. But you know, it's basically the 103 amazing facts about the Black Indians of the Western Hemisphere, and it's a very interesting read. And a lot of things that I already kind of thought is in there. You know, a lot with some things that I honestly didn't think of that's in there as well. Yeah, man, it's a lot in there. It's definitely a lot in there. I'm gonna probably like organize it and read them all and go from like 1 through 103. But it's very interesting. I'm telling you. The link is in the comments for that video. So if anybody wanted the link, I mean, just scroll through the comments and look for Michael on Kaba. His last name is spelled Onkiba, and look for the link though. Shout out to that brother though, man. Definitely shout out to everybody who will be sending me all this research. I wish I had a research team, man. People to do some real research. You know what I'm saying, to put some of these articles together, because like I said, man, it takes a long time to put together some of these videos, man. Putting together some of these videos be like a fucking job, like a mini job. So, you know, but if you enjoy doing something, it's not work, you know what I'm saying? But some of the stuff is exhausting, because like I said, I run into sometimes I'll be doing research and I can't find no further research on it. And that shit be like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be very exhausting when you think you right at the tip or something. But then sometimes through a conversation. Now, let me just tell you a conversation I had yesterday, Chief, right? I was in I believe Aldi's. I was in Aldi's yesterday, right? And I was talking to this lady, and I asked her what tribe she was from. I'm Cherokee. She said straight up, right? And she said, I tell my daughters that too, right? And she was, you know, she identified as an obvious African American, right? So she was telling me that her grandmother had land in the Carolinas, and she said she just found the deed for the land or something in the old Bible. So I know a lot of people tell you to go check the old Bibles. Like sometimes you might get something from your family members, and it might be a Bible. And in the Bible, it might have a lot of different things in it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I know. I mean, I'm quite sure a lot of you guys are hip to that. But she was telling me she found a deed to the land or whatever, and She was like, yeah. She was like, it's a big old land. She said it got a little lake on and everything, but it's in Carolina. Said she would have never knew about it if she never checked that Bible. And she said something was calling her to the Bible, whatever though. But yeah, man, when in my journeys, man, I be asking people, man. I like I asked this elderly man earlier, what tribe he was from. And he started grinning, he started smiling like a mug. He started smiling. He was like, yo, he said, I don't know exactly what tribe I'm from. He said, but I know I'm Indian. He said, I don't know exactly what tribe I'm from. He said, my grandmother installed that in me. He said when 1989 came around, he said, ain't none of us want to be African American. So I mean, I found that interesting. But like I said, man, you get some good oral stories of just building with people, man, just asking them. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious that everybody in North America that is melanated, or you know what I'm saying, it's obvious that everybody here is not from this continent. But you have to really, you know what I'm saying, your people. And even, you know what I'm saying, the Hispanic brothers, they be having some good research on a lot of this information. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I'm saying, like I said, man, certain people do the research, and I definitely appreciate the research because I learn a lot from everybody. So, Chief. I don't know what Chief. Oh, there you go. Yeah. You ever ask anybody that? You ever ran into somebody and asked? Have you ever asked an elderly person or asked, an elder, what tribe they from?
Yeah, you broke up that last part.
Have you ever heard, have you ever asked like one of the elderly, you know what I'm saying, what tribe are they from? I'm saying you'll be amazed, man. You'll be amazed. Huh?
I do it all the time, bro.
All the time.
That's one of my taglines, man. I come up on the people or whatever. I love doing it to older people or whatever. I'll say, hey, what tribe you from? That's and some of them will be like, the first thing they say is, I don't know, because they're assuming that you're talking about Africa. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we're not. So as soon as you say, no, I'm not talking about Africa, I'm talking about here what you're oh, and they be like, oh no, yeah, Cherokee or Blackfoot or Choctaw, blah 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 blah, right? You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did it today. I went to ShopRite. I was in ShopRite earlier, and the ShopRite I go through is in the urban community, so a lot of the staff is African Americans. So I asked the ladies that was working in the back of the the deli. It was like 3 of them, because one of them was joking with me or whatever, because I was about to buy like a rotisserie chicken. And I asked how long it was sitting out there, and one of the girls like it was sitting out all night. So me and her started bugging or whatever. But I was like, I asked them what tribe they was from. Out of 4 of them, one of them was young, so she didn't know. But the other 3, all of them said they was Cherokee. And they said it with confidence. It wasn't no like it when person they say it with confidence, like. They like, oh, I'm Cherokee, Cherokee. And then they look at you and that's the fucked up thing, because you be looking at them like, yo, that's fucked up how they brainwashed us, man. And I don't mean to keep cursing, sorry about that. But it's really disheartening how we have been brainwashed, and how people, they know they got Indian in them, or they know they are. But they don't know that they are that. They assume that they have some Indian in them, because most of the people that I talk to, they assume that they had. Then some of them say, no, I'm Indian. I'm not an African. I'm not an African, Black American. I am Indian. And they stand on that. So, definitely, y'all. I mean, for the people, even the people in the chat, do your personal research. I mean, if you don't believe me, ask most Black people. Most Black people going to tell you, okay, you might get some days where it's only a few people, but most people willing to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I get a snobbish person every now and then, but for the most part, people be like, yeah, I'm this and that. That's definitely tell what tribe they from. So, Chief. You're the chief must be out again. No, let me see who in the chat room, man. What y'all got? What y'all talking about in the chat room? Peace. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to Killer White Supremacy and Coon. Let me see. Shout out to Alboria. Prospect in the now. Let me see who we got. Let me see. Lanny, what's up, Lenny? All right. Peace, Camario. Appreciate your videos, man. Definitely learn a lot from them, man. Appreciate them. Peace, love, Lace. My man Kazuki. Let me see what else we got.
Peace to all the great ones.
What we got? Saying Sister Warrior.
Yeah, a little technical difficulty.
Peace, Sister Warrior. Peace, Copper Empress. I see always leave a nice comment. Peace to the sister. Let's see what else.
Yeah, I can't see the chat right now. Peace and love to everybody, man.
Like I said, if some of y'all got some stories or some testimonies and you want to talk about, like, I don't mind, you could come on, just drop me an email or just say you want to come in the chat room. I really don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be wanting to build, but just be mindful. We are on YouTube. We are on, you know what I'm saying, social media. So just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? But definitely shout out to everybody. Shout out to Nino. Let me see what else we got in here. Shout out to Chad. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to American Indian Dequan. Let me see what else we got.
Peace to that soldier. I seen Alicia up in there. Peace, Empress.
Mr. Mosley.
Peace, brother.
I ain't even reading the comment. I see some new people in here. Even if you is here to hate, shout out to you too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Michael B. Yeah, man, definitely, man. We're gonna be doing this again every Sunday. I will be using the other system before I open up my screen from now on. And you know, we're gonna keep it accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I got some projects myself in the works or whatever. You know, I do know how to do a little agriculture. I do know how to farm and stuff like that. I did have a little knowledge about the aquaponics and all that. I used to be a vegan vegetarian chef for this white dude, right? But he was a cool dude. But he had the system set up in the kitchen and he was showing me how to do it. But he really wasn't on it. He really wasn't maintaining it properly. Though, but definitely, like, as far as the agriculture, that's something definitely everybody need to do that. Everybody need to have some herbs or some basil, some rosemary, some thyme, lemon basil, oregano. Everybody should be trying to grow that shit on at least you can grow that right on your damn on your windowsill. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff you can grow. You know, some things you might have to grow twice though, but you know, for the most part, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch a good season where you don't get no frost or you don't get no chill, you be pretty good though. But yeah, definitely. I know a lot of you guys got talents. Like, I used to like to paint back in the day. I actually got some paintings up there that I took in the painting class recently when I was getting my bachelor's. Yeah, though, but definitely people gotta tap into their little talents, man. I know things is a little serious on the end of you trying to find out who you are, but for the most part, still definitely, you know, still enjoy life, man. You know, I plan on going to Peru, man. I plan on going to go check them excavations out, going over there. Chief.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
What you think about that? That'll definitely be something. Like a lot of them pyramids. I want to go to that pyramid in Peru. I want to go to the both of them. The one, I think one of them is the pyramids of the what the fuck is the pyramids of the sky, I believe, because it had like the steps on it, and then the other one is I forgot the other one that quick, but nonetheless though, I want to definitely go to and check out them pyramids out there. I mean, I want to go to South America. Period. Like, I want to go check out South America. South America, so like, it got a totally different setting than North America. I mean, while we got all this chaos and shit going on, but for the most part, you know, the South. Like, my aunt called me. My aunt lived, she lived in Detroit, and she asked me, like, she said that she actually said she had bought a couple houses. And what she said was they building up in Detroit. And she said where she at, it's an all black, like it's a small black community or whatever. And she said it's like they starting to repair stuff where she from and everything. She told me to come out there one day, you know what I'm saying? So I told her, I said, yeah, I'm gonna definitely take my daughters out there and go check it out though. But yeah, for the most part, you know, a few things in work. Trying to get some real estate, trying to get some properties and everything. And I advise people, man, like, I mean, I know it's some young ladies that can get together and, you know, I don't know, I'm not an advocate of, like, you know, fake hair and all that shit though, but to each his own. If that's what people into, you know, I don't see why, you know, a couple of ladies can't get together, you know what I'm saying, put their money together and open up a beauty supply store. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because at some point in time, you know, you might as well do it, because I mean, everybody else killing us off that shit, you know what I'm saying? So for the most part, I don't see why no ladies won't get together and then they could just buy from their own shop. And then, you know, with social media and all this, man, you know, it went, like I said, I mean, I know with women, it's kind of funny because women be hating on each other a lot and they be having these little weird situations and shit. But for the most part, it might can work if the business is done properly. So, you know, something to think about. I mean, it ain't got to be no beauty supply store. That's just an example, you know, but, you know, I mean, shit, it's a lot of stuff that your ancestors left you that we don't tap into. And like I said, I'm not an advocate of eating chicken knees or eating no animal flesh. But for the most part, that's something people can do too. I know some of the subscribers, you probably can cook a hell of a fried chicken, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that can be passed down, you know what I'm saying? For the most part. Chief.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Now go ahead, Bill, for me, grab water, man.
Yeah, man. Peace to the family, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. Really appreciate it. Like, share to the other, you know, to the family, man. A lot of people might not know about this new channel. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, as you know, please subscribe. We really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? What else going on, man? Shit, man, we in the building, man. Thank y'all for coming out. It's been as usual, another eventful week. These guys came out, they made a video. I wanted to talk to the brother about that. You know, he addressed Angel. That was kind of easy. Professor Smalls came out and kind of went backpedaled on some of the things that he had said before. I wanted to get your opinion on that, brother. What you think about that?
What specify? I mean, what you talking about?
Well, when he came in, he said that the first thing he said that Malcolm was playing when he called us Aborigines, and he said that he was meaning the original, and that original is African. So I just wanted to get your take on that.
Yeah, we already know that word African don't exist. That word was really originally applied to the fucking white colonists that was calling itself African because they wasn't part of no tribes in Africa. And the funny thing is, when you read these articles, you know what I'm saying, you see that the people that live in that continent is kind of rejecting the word because they like, yo, where the hell does word come from? And then it's this weird urban or historical story about Afar and Afik and all this old weird stuff or whatever. But for the most part, Ain't nobody in them countries come together and call itself African. So, like I said, man, this, listen, man, this shit is deep, man. As far as everything, man. When I first came into this, man, I was all Egypt and all that, Africa. I remember brothers wearing the medallions and everything just to get to a point where a lot of the stuff that we thought we knew was true turns out to be a complete lie. You know what I'm saying? And it's a deception at that. It ain't just the fact that somebody just telling you something. It's the fact that it's a deception. Like it really is a conspiracy, man. And then Africa. Don't nobody know what tribes they from over there. Don't these people laugh at you because they like, ha ha ha, you motherfuckers ain't really from Africa. And we know that, but you want to be African so bad, we're gonna let you be African. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what Malcolm meant when I don't know what his originally what he was thinking or what his mind state was that, but he made it specify. He said you're Aborigine. He said you don't like to be called the Aborigine. You know what I'm saying? He made it clear. You know what I'm saying? He made it clear. So for James Small to put words in his mouth, man, that's how I say, man, it's a lot of stuff that be done disingenuous because he clearly said 200,000 years, man. He said people was over here 200,000 years. He said his ancestors was here 200,000 years. So that's a long time. That's longer than the out of Africa theory. You know what I'm saying? I mean, according to what we told, you know what I'm saying? Even though things won't change probably throughout history, but for the most part, a lot of the stuff that these people saying, and and I get it. James Small, he studied with Sheikh Dr. Diat and Dr. Ben and all. So he has how you say, he has an invested interest in this being African. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not trying to tell nobody that you might not be from that continent. You got to do your own research on it. I'm not from over there. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just talking about for myself. So everybody else, like I said, you have to do your own research. But I know most of the people that's in the chat, most of the people that subscribe to the channel, whatever, they already know. You know what I'm saying? It's the other people who have a hard time trying to, trying to deal with this, man. And them the people who got a lot of this Africa stuff invested, who getting money on the end of being an African, and it's really messed up because even Sinetta keep on asking people saying about the Aborigine, and he have said it on numerous occasions. The video that I have on my channel, he already saying, we was here. So why is he playing back and forth with it? Because that's what he do. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? He wanna, I guess, because Phil from Advice said, it ain't we all African. That means that's true. No, it don't. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, that's what I got to say about that, Chief. I mean, I already know what the word Aborigine means. It just means first inhabitant. It is a special term considering that we are the Aborigines of a land that everybody migrate to and everybody claim that they are that. Just imagine and think about that. Think about that. Think about everybody who migrate to this country. You know what I'm saying? And they here to start a new, and like, I was listening to a video earlier. My man made an interesting point. He said everybody that come to this country has a plan on what they're going to do when they get here. I don't know. I don't know what black people plan. I guess black people plan is just to work. You know what I'm saying? And just to, just to keep on moving with time. You know what I'm saying? But my plan is to claim who I am and make sure that my children know that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, I tell as many people as I can. So, Chief. Yes, Chief is out. But what y'all talking about in the chat room, man? I'm a little tired today, man. What y'all talking about? Shit. He said Lex Vortex is a Mason. He said he was a Mason. Man, size and for drama ratings. Now, I ain't going. You know what though? I'm not going to say that. I'm gonna be respectful. Sarnetta been this for a long time. He was with Khalid Muhammad, so I doubt he's probably in it for the ratings now. But he has been around for a long time, man. And all the shit he popped, he still be on 125th Street. You know what I'm saying? Last time I went to New York, I went on 125th Street. Sarnetta was out there. You know what I'm saying? And he still be out there. So he ain't hiding from nobody. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't doing what Polite did, move all the way to California. He's still right there. So that's one thing that I respect him for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess Chief must have stepped out for a minute though. He said Phil from a Vibe show is amazing. It probably is though, man. You know what I'm saying though, but you know, just the Joker Phil, man, he do be doing a lot of good work. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, he might not agree with what we talk about. And I don't agree with I don't agree with a lot of stuff he say, but he do a lot of good work. And a lot of his videos, as far as his reporting stuff, is you know what I'm saying, they decent videos, man. There ain't a lot of people who's putting themselves out there to do what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Even though he do think he African, though. That shit funny though. But so yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, I see South Africa, man. They over there in South Africa, like, yeah, shit is serious. And that, like, that, the whole world watching South, Holito, the whole world watching South Africa. We know. Hey, yo, what y'all think about that book in the chat room? I'm talking to y'all. What y'all think about that book? I know a lot of people was bugging saying because it was 250,000. I don't think the author set the price that much. So Umar Johnson's brainwashing. Yeah, he is. What you say, Lonnie? The pyramids is built during Pangea. Yeah, they're not playing in South Africa, Borea. Yeah, you like that book, Killer White Supremacy? Yeah, man. Yeah, that book was 100, bro. Word up. Yeah, need to raise some funds. You right. Said pyramids look fake. Peace, peace, peace. Truth and justice. I think that book was written in 2004 or 2002. I think it was either 2002, 2004. And he got a lot of good information that a lot of people wasn't talking, that people was only talking about on these underground circuits, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them lectures and stuff like that. Peace, peace, God body. Oh, you said 2003 when the book was made? That's what y'all talking about? Yeah, Killer White Supremacy and Coon. Look, if you go to that video, okay, go to that video, look in the comment, and look for Michael on Akaba, Michael Kaba. I think his name is spelled Onkiba. He posted like 21 pages of the book or whatever. It was a PDF, I guess he got from Drop Radio 432. But yeah, he got the whole from 1 to 103. You know, like I said, I was searching, man. I was really searching to see if I could find a PDF or find something on the book or whatever. I wasn't successful, but somebody definitely sent it to me. Shout out to the person who sent it to me. I appreciate. Shout out to the person who initially posted the comment. You know what I'm saying? Because when I seen that book, I was like, yo, shout out to that. Shout out. You know what? I actually got the brother's name. I forgot the brother's name. I had it written down. But nonetheless, though, he know who he is. Shout out to that brother who initially sent me the post for me to look the book up. But yeah, man, I'm just saying, like, I find a lot of different articles, a lot of different books, a lot of information is just coming out, man. You just gotta be aware and just be willing to, you know what I'm saying, willing to sit there and do the research on it. Yeah, he do got a great library. You're absolutely right. I haven't been on that web page in a minute. What you say? I think Dane, News, Phoenix Moon got a lot of good information to make a book. Yeah. You being news, he's still new to it though. I watched a couple of his videos. I mean, he has some information in it though, but he's still new to it because he don't like, a lot of people don't understand the Indian slavery. They don't understand like the slave story of the 1619. It's a lot of additional information that has to be explained, because when somebody asks you or why don't you think we came from Africa, or how was people, you have to be able to explain that. And if you can't explain it properly, people, the first time somebody asks you, people gonna think you full of shit because you can't properly explain it. And you know, that's why I say, like, if you want to put that out there that black people is already here, you have to be able to prove that. You have to be able to at least be able to prove it to the point to where, you know, a person, you could convince a person, or at least, because the people I speak to, I convince them. Ain't nothing to talk about after I get done talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I got pictures and shit on my phone. So you said Callaway is suspect. Nah, Callaway do some good information. You said look on Pantera. Look on that video on my page. Look in the comments, and if you scroll down the comments, you're looking for a brother named Michael on Akamba. As a matter of fact, I'll post it. I don't know. Can I post it in the chat? Let me see if I can post it in the chat. Give me a second. Let me try to post it. I'm posting it now, y'all. I don't know if you can get it. Let me see. Oh, there you go, right there. I just posted it in the chat. Just let me know if it come out correct. Let me see. Yeah, Callaway got some good information. Yeah, you're right. Africans don't call each other African. That's just I think that word African was just to contain us and say all black people came from there. When at that point in time, when you had black people walking around in Europe that didn't come from Africa, that was already there. See, they lying to us by saying that, oh, black people invaded Europe. Black people was already in Europe. The whole time they was in there. The whole time they got you thinking they was in Europe, it was black people in Europe the whole time. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Camario. You're definitely right about that, my brother. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's why with a lot of this information, like I said, I try not to contradict myself. I try to make sure I got enough information to where I don't look like a damn fool. But yeah, for the most part, like I'm good. I mean, I'm good. You know, can't nobody tell me about no Africa. Can't nobody tell me about none of that shit. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Um, peace, composure. What you say, Wayne? Why I can't do live stream? Because somebody posted some homosexual shit on my last live stream. Somebody somehow hacked into the account and posted some homosexual, some real gross, disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was very disrespectful. And I mean, like, you know, that's how people get down. That's how these people get down. Let me see where the hell Chief Holiday at, man. Chief.
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I've been listening to your build. Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, yeah, that book is amazing, yo. I ain't gonna front, bro. I ain't gonna front. And it had a lot of stuff in it that I just needed somebody to hear somebody say what I was already thinking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, definitely. I hope y'all check that out, man. Let me know, did y'all get that link? Let me know if y'all got that link or not. Press 1 if y'all got that link. Nah, y'all ain't get it? I'm gonna post it again. Let me see. I'm gonna post it again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just weird, bro. Like, I mean, I just was, I know I was talking about, you know, I always got to go back to Professor James Smalls, right? Peace to that brother, man. But he said that Malcolm X was joking when he said we was Aborigines, and I thought that was weird, you know what I'm saying, for him to use that terminology, joking, and then kind of direct the narrative to back to African. Now, I've heard Malcolm X call us Africans. I have. And I'm sure, as brilliant as Malcolm was, he would have transitioned, just like we did, from this African thing, just like Khaled did, just like a lot of honest brothers that finally found out the truth, or who knew the truth, that got put to sleep based on religious and political social constructs that have been put together for a reason, family. So that's what we gotta look into that, and don't never like, okay, we act like those things don't exist. We'll let a pastor come in and say, oh yeah, he was a pastor. Well, we understand that he had an indoctrination that we know that is unhealthy for our people, just in general. So, you know, we just got to be real about certain things, man, and just keep it real and stay real about it. Like, we can't forget it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I think a lot of times we forget it. We'll say, oh no, we'll just forget about it. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's our mistake right there, that we make as a people, is that we just forget stuff. We forget the shootings. We forget everything. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm right here, y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat room.
Yeah, man. Peace to the chat room, man. Yeah, man. But we just go back to just business as usual, and I just think that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? We accept too much from these people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's sprinklers. You know what I'm saying? We accept too much, and it's psychologically, it's very damaging to our people. And I think that we have to definitely change our mindset and how we maneuver. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, man, I don't know, man. We got to definitely step our game up, just in general as a people, and most of it is just mental. Like, yo, let's open up some businesses and let's support those businesses if they're online or whatever. You know what I mean? We got to start supporting each other in that manner, and not just on like a small niche of, oh, we Aborigines. All our brothers and sisters are Aborigines. We just need to wake them up. See how that work? And I would rather see Aborigine businesses in our communities as opposed to seeing Asian community or Jewish businesses in our communities, African businesses in our communities, things that are foreign to us and are taking the resources and the wealth out of our communities. That's not hard. And we always hear the same stuff. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. We talk about how many times the money, how long the money stays in our community, this, that, and the third. I just think that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That we have to stop just speaking these weak things into existence, into our psyche as a people. That's what we have to do. We gotta stop it. It's just no, we don't do that no more. We don't say white supremacy no more. It doesn't work for our people. And whenever we hear somebody say it, we check them. And it shouldn't take too many times for them to understand the psychological damage of this. All these dumb motherfuckers have taken psychology 101 when they went to little community college or whatever they went to. So they should know the psychological damage by saying these things to our children. Stop saying this dumbass shit. It doesn't make any sense. And that's when we talk about winners. Winners talk like winners, not just on the court. They talk like winners off the court. That's why they're winners on the court. See how that work? They move like fucking winners. We have to move like winners. Right? I could name a 1,000 situations that I could say that if we move differently as a people, it wouldn't be a loss, it'd be a win. And even if that loss, you know what I'm saying, you know how to maneuver and so that loss won't happen again. You see how that works? But we just keep doing the same thing. So even if we cry and moan and complain about the brother in Sacramento, right? Now what? See how that work? We don't have any way to try them ourselves, to judge them ourselves as the people. You see what I'm saying? It never even gets to that point. Even they do is people that are sympathetic to their cause. So how does that ever work for us? Ever? When it has, we can't even think of an example of it.
You know what?
So we are the people. We are the people, though. Go ahead, brother.
You know what? In situations like this, because you gotta be smart, man. Like even in situations in which you calling the police attention, you know, nigga, you. Why would you want the police attention in this day and age? Why would you be breaking into cars and like whatever the hell he was doing or whatever? Why would you be doing that? I mean, okay. I mean, the police is dead wrong for murdering him. But what the fuck is you running around here stealing people's shit for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, what type of you got to look at the character too, man, because a lot of these young niggas be out here just playing games like this shit a game until they get hit up like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I mean, definitely, man, I don't want to see nobody out there breaking nobody's shit, stealing nobody's car, whatever like that, man. Unless it's a fucking tsunami or you have to really get out of Dodge or some shit like that, and you need to get access to a vehicle or whatever. But just to be running around here, he got family, he got children and shit, and he running around here breaking windows or whatever he was accused of. Now I don't know what he was accused of 100%. Or whatever, and if I'm wrong about it, I will retract what I'm saying though. But for the most part, man, you gotta teach the kids have to be smart, and the ones who's really not doing nothing, okay, all right, them the ones people gonna go hard to bat for. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who suspect or you running around here breaking in people's shit, yeah, you don't deserve to be killed, but you putting yourself at risk in a time right now when the police is doing shit like this. You understand what I'm saying? That shit could happen just to somebody who ain't doing nothing, but you out here doing something and that shit happened to him. You understand what I'm saying? Chief.
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. Yeah, bro, that's
you understand what I'm saying? Like, figure like this. Right? If you out here, wow, I just like I'm on a block every day, and I complain about the police stopping me, checking me every day. Now in a sense, in a sensible way, you have a right to stand and do whatever you want to do. But at some point in time, you got to realize, like, man, this is it. This I'm putting myself in a high risk situation. This area is flooded with police. Me just standing out here, they just gonna fuck with me. And you okay? Even if you sue them, you go back out there, it's gonna be another cop to fuck with you, unless they get the word. Don't fuck with you. Don't you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you can't be putting yourself in situations to where where even the police ask you your name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying in all cases it's not like that. We know we just seen a 12-year-old kid get shot for carrying a gun. We just seen a brother in Walmart because he had a rifle in his hand get shot. We just seen all types of situations. But what I'm saying is them situations is like they can be disputed. But a situation where you clearly out there doing some wrongful shit, and then you want somebody to come to bat for you, you know, this is going to be like one of these topics or one of these situations to where you're going to have a lot of people have mixed opinion about this kid. So that's what I did. I just wanted to just say that about that, Chief.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like I'm always gonna go on the side of you know what I mean. So I don't know, man. It's just me.
I'm on 18. Chief, I'm on code. But what I'm telling you is, listen. Let me ask you a question. If you all right, let's say you're in the house right now, you hear your alarm go off on your car, and you catch a nigga in your car right now, what you gonna do to him? I mean, you ain't gotta be graphic on air, but what do you gonna do?
I don't want to shoot him.
No, I'm not. No. All right, I'm just saying. But would you put your hands on him?
Oh yeah, I want to drop kick him or something. Yeah, of course.
All right then. But even bro, you should be.
Hey, no, for real. Hey, look, somebody broke in my truck before. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could have been there to DDT him. You know what I mean? So of course, but I don't want him to die. I don't want him to die. I don't want him to die with my truck. Not me. So it's still fuck the police, as far as I'm concerned, forever. Cause at the end of the day, they know ain't nobody breaking in no car with no gun. You see what I'm saying? And I just think about some of the times and the encounters I had with these people. I'm supposed to be here talking right now. So I'm still like, I don't know, man. Leave people alone and stop usurping and taking so much stuff so that brother don't have to break in cars. That's why I'm at with it. I mean, and I stand on it.
That's a good perspective
too. It's over. Huh?
That's a good perspective too. I ain't got listen. You're right about that, but the reality is that these young niggas, like I said, most of the cases I see, a lot of kids don't be doing nothing. A lot of these kids, when police is like in New York, how they just stop and frisk man for like you can just be walking, they can just run up on you and just stop you or whatever. Yeah, them different situations. But if you out there breaking the law, and you know that it's an opportunity or this is a situation where you might meet the police in first person, then you should think about that wisely, especially if you got children. That man's supposed to be at a job working or something. Now we don't know the situation. Maybe he could. I mean, you know, it's a lot of things, but I'm just saying for other kids that's out there doing something, just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Just be mindful. If things already turned up to the point to where, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, you know, you can be at a traffic stop and a situation can happen like that. But what I'm saying, you don't want to be totally in the wrong and some shit like this happen because, you know, you got a lot of spectacle people out here. A lot of people who, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. Definitely shout out to that brother's family, though.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I still though, you know, yeah, you know, that's my perspective on that. And I'm sure that, you know, it's just property though. We still go back to that. You know what I mean? That's for me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't, even if it's my property, I wouldn't want.
But you understand what I'm saying? Think about this, right?
This is me.
Look at the Philando Castile shooting, right? All right, they said he had a gun, but we know he really didn't do nothing, right? And even with the Alton Sterling, if you believe, I don't even believe the Philando Castile shit. I believe that shit was fake too. But even in Alton Sterling, if that shit really happened, what did they say? Oh, they say he had a gun, but when they got there, he didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? But this situation is funny to me because he really was committing a crime. The other ones were speculative. They were speculating that they was committing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
All the other situations, it was a speculation to where this one right here, he's clearly committing or what they call breaking a code or a crime, because a crime is either damage to your physicality, damage to your property, or act of theft. And that's a crime, because anytime somebody violates your personal property, you should be able to put a claim into someone stating that either you since you can't go out there and handle it yourself, you know what I'm saying, you gotta go put a claim to somebody and have somebody else go handle it. Do that make any sense?
Yep.
But I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a touchy situation.
He could have been breaking in his own car, though. You know what I'm saying? And so the cop
he could have been dead innocent. He could have been innocent and not broken nobody's car. But I didn't hear. I only heard stories that was just saying that he really was doing it, and then I heard other people that was on his side that said he did it, but said, and it's another Michael Brown situation. It ain't even Michael Brown situation, because they try to connect Michael Brown to taking the whatever the fuck, the blunt wraps or whatever he took. They try to connect that to the reason why he got shot. You understand what I'm saying? And you have people saying, well, damn, you know, he stole the blunt wraps, but he ain't deserve to get killed. And this is another situation similar to that. And you know, it's always, you know, I mean, like I said, it's always a narrative to these shootings. But
yeah,
you know,
I mean, it's just weird though. You know, I mean, you know, I don't know the details behind the brother, you know, situation, whatever. I just heard somebody say something. It was commenting on his who he had a baby with, like he was a squirrel or something, right? And I was like, yo, that's just weird for somebody to have that type of conversation at this particular time. You know what I mean? You know, people just have no respect and sensitivity towards people's families. You know what I mean? So
Cynthia G made a video on that. Cynthia G made a video. I don't know if you ever watched this video, this channel called The Black Authority. He made a video on it. There's a couple people I seen make a video on it, and everybody who commented on it, everybody who made a video that commented on it, they said because of what he said about black women, meaning that he ain't supposed to get no justice. This is what they were saying. And I was like, yo, nah.
What did he say about black women?
Huh?
What did he say about black women?
I told you. He said the only thing he liked black is his Xbox.
Damn.
He said the only thing I like black is my Xbox. He said black women equal bad luck or bad times or some shit. What was mine? I mean, you gotta check it out though. But he said a bunch of different things.
But is he telling the truth though?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He got an Asian girl.
Let's examine it.
He having this conversation with an Asian girl. So I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not definitely co-sign. I'm definitely not going to say definitely not against the sisters. Definitely not that, you know. But in the context of which he was saying it was very disrespectful to the sisters.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It was definitely disrespectful. And that's the angle I think that people took on it, because it was kind of disrespectful to the sisters or whatever though. But I'm quite sure that none of them sisters was that offended to where they wanted him to die.
Hey, and this is interesting. So this is what they're gonna do now. So anytime something happened, You know, anytime that something happens to a black man, they're gonna try to figure out all the negative things that you ever said about anybody, find all your personal thoughts or your emails. I think that's bullshit, man. And I, you know, that dude could have just been lying to her to get him some head. See where I'm going with this? We don't know the context, and we don't know what people got going on. So I don't care about that. You know what I mean? That's the problem. How is any of that conversation gonna help us?
Yeah, you're right. No, you absolutely. I'm just gonna just put that out there though. That was his baby mother. That's the one I told you that he had 2 kids, while he said his son is Asian and Indian. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, like I said, man, it's still. I'm quite sure any woman who felt offended by what he said still wouldn't wish death upon them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe they might have, because he kind of like. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's definitely a touchy situation for anybody to even go back and look at his and look through his you know what I'm saying, his social media. And you know, like I said, this stuff is getting weird, man. Especially with this type of stuff. People go back and look in your social media, and then you convicted because you might have said, you know, it's just real weird. We living in a crazy time to where this is like bizarro land and shit. Like everything is the opposite. Where you at,
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm right here, man. It's all good. Yeah, man. It's crazy out here, man. I once again, like I said, I kind of stuck on it. I'm kind of, I'm kind of always stay on the same side every time. You kind of expect that, you know what I mean?
I'm on his side too. But you gotta definitely consider. I mean, like, some situations just be crazy, man. Because, like, yo, I know a lot of these kids, man. You know, like when I was young, man, my brother died in a stolen car, man. You know what I'm saying? My brother died in a stolen car when I was 14 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know, so the police pushed them. The police pushed them. Like they had the stolen car, and the police pushed the car, and they pushed them into a pole.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I know my cousin, the police choked my cousin out because he swallowed some drugs.
Wow.
Where's the bond? Police choked my cousin out because he swallowed some drugs. You know what I'm saying? So, I know about it. My uncle and them went down there, they was protesting it. They protested that shit. Really. They was really down there protesting it. For real. I just came home from prison. So, my cousin died when I was in prison or whatever. But yeah, man, I mean, I didn't see stuff, man. My boy got shot by a cop in his chest. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't even do nothing. Really. It was a lesser situation than somebody stealing the car. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, but that's what what I noticed, just as somebody who able to really see things, most of these people who do this shit got character issues, man. I've seen white DTs come down morning time, check a motherfucker. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Let a nigga go. Like, man, just go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen cops who straight asshole slam you and grab you up and rough you up and shit. And then I've seen cops who really just to really do their job, but as they doing their job, they learn the culture. I've seen cops like DT come out there, players basketball and shit like that, and just really get cool with us the way they don't even fuck with us like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, so I've seen a lot of different characters when it comes to cops, man. I remember a situation, like I said, where me and a friend of mine, we was riding, man. We was young too, man. We was trying to catch up with some chicks or whatever, but we had an old Datsun. This had to be like a 1978 little ass Datsun, man. It was a 4-door Datsun, yo. My man, he didn't have no the steering wheel initial. I mean, he didn't have no, like, you couldn't put the key in it. He somehow rigged it Remember the old football games where you turn it on and shit go, and the men start moving around? See.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
You remember the old football games where you turn the shit on and they just be moving around and shit, make a bunch of noise? He took the cord from that and somehow hooked it up to the car the way when you hit the what's the name, when you hit the little button, the car come on or whatever. Now we got caught out of pocket somewhere in a white neighborhood with that car. The shit ain't had no glove compartment in it or nothing. That was a straight hoopty, bro. I ain't had no paperwork on it, nothing. The police let us call. The police let us call our uncle, yo, and we kind of dipped off on them. But when the police came, like we was smart enough to put our hands up in the air, and this is in the 90s, man. So it was three white cops. Man, motherfuckers let us go, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't harass us. They ain't check us. They ain't words one. That's what I'm saying. It's characters, man. When it come down to this shit, man. And that's what I noticed from my encounters with police or whatever. I've seen all types of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And what I see is a lot of it's character issues, it's propaganda, and like I said, in this, it's a lot of other things that come into play with that. So you know, but yeah, I definitely ain't cooning for the fact that the boy was committing a crime and he got shot. He definitely didn't deserve to get shot. I'm just saying, but you know, we shouldn't be putting ourselves in none of the situation. Now, like I said, maybe he wasn't even doing nothing. Maybe he was just walking home, and that might have just happened. You know what I'm saying? But if the story is the way it is, man, kids gotta really don't put yourself in. Even though you young, and you know, and like I said, that was a white kid would have did something like that. We don't even know because they kill white people too. You know what I'm saying? I can't even sit here and tell you that. Oh, if that was a white kid, they probably would have been. No, I've seen them fuck white kids up, yo. Like really, like I mean, just being 100 about it. Like I'm not even like trying to like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, all lives matter or be on some clown shit like that. No, I've seen this shit, bro. I seen this white young kid in California. They beat the shit out of him. They beat the shit out of him bad, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me think, like, you know what I'm saying, that they just not reporting a lot of these white shootings because white people do get killed. You know what I'm saying? They just don't put them on. They just don't put it on the news a lot. But you know, like I said, man, it definitely a situation where I'm like, oh, all lot, because I know. But like I said, I mean, it's I don't know, man. It's just different characters. Like I said, I met all types of motherfucking cops, man. You know what I'm saying? I met dirty ass cops. I met cops who cool. I met all types. Like, I mean, you know, I guess ain't nobody cool signing up to do that job. But, you know, some people need the assistance of police. You got 20 people at your door. Who you going to call? You going to grab a bat? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, certain situations where you need somebody, you know what I'm saying, to protect you. And that's what the government was set up to maintain individual rights. That's all it was set up. It wasn't set up for you to be walking down the street and they just suspect you. I think you got drugs on you. All that shit came from the 70s. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story though. But yeah, that wasn't set up. The system wasn't set up to accuse you of something without having an accuser. You can't be accused without an accuser. You have to have an accuser, or I suspect he the one who did it, but you ain't got no evidence. You know what I'm saying? So I said it go both ways with this, man. You know, but yeah, I've been in a lot of situations where when I was young, the police let us go. They ain't really, and I've been in situations where the police fucked us up and took the car and everything. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time it was police that was around the way. Well, then again, sometimes they wasn't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because used to when I was young, used to ride around with no license and the police let you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not let you go, but won't even give you a ticket or take the vehicle or nothing. Like, they're just like, all right, man, go get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, it's different situations. But definitely, man, don't be out there. Don't be out there and get, you know what I'm saying? Get your hands.
Definitely. Definitely cover your butt now. Don't be out there bogus.
Yeah, don't be out there. That's what I'm saying, man. You're a grown ass man and shit. Don't be out there taking nobody.
But you could just, he could have just, like you said though, he could have just been walking and all this stuff that they're saying.
That's the situation.
You know what I mean?
If that's the situation, then you know what I'm saying. I feel the same way we felt. I feel the same way now. It ain't no different. I just felt that to be funny though. Like this man, like okay, like all right. It gotta be a line drawn on some of this shit. Like, okay, they shouldn't have shot this man for no 20 times, but niggas shouldn't be out there stealing or breaking nobody's shit. Like, you put yourself at harm when you do dumb shit like that. Like, it might not go the way you want it to go. It might not go the way, oh well, you took the radio or you got the wallet or whatever you was planning on getting, or whatever the situation is. That could have just been made up. You know what I'm saying? That could have just been a reason, because for the reason why they shot him, just to say it. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it from all different ways. I ain't on no naive shit, and I don't just sit there and pass judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, it definitely ain't cool. He had kids and stuff like that. So even if he got locked, even if they would have caught him and locked up, he would have had an opportunity to come home and do something for himself. But to go out like that, that's that's overkill if you ask me.
Yeah, that's ill, bro.
You remember the other?
I don't know. I do think I do know that. Huh? I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Did you remember the other situation in Louisiana where the Louisiana cop, the black cop, shot? I guess it was a dude. I guess he was on meth, and he had his son in the car, and he took the police on the chase, and then he just suddenly stopped, and they could start unloading on his car, and then the kid was in there. He got 41 years. I guess they killed the kid. I mean, which was still fucked up, but I mean, like they got 40. The kid dude got 41 years behind that shit, man.
But if they all got time like that, it would cut that out. They would be living more. They would have more rules of engagement. Like we you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. And here's my proposal, America. Leave us alone. Let us police our own communities. Give us the funding back. Not give us. I'm not asking. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. See, people ask. We take our tax code, our tax dollars, and we invest it back into the community. Shout out to my partner, Poke Chop, aka John Ector, up there down there in Ground Zero, where we talk about violence in the inner cities, and he's making a difference. You know what I'm saying? Boots on the ground, build something for the kids, to give the kids something to do. So you know what I'm saying? So shout out to that brother, man. We're gonna definitely have to do an interview with him and pay that forward, you know what I'm saying? And build on that, you know what I'm saying? Because we got to save these kids. We got to save our family. Even if they're not calling themselves indigenous or Aborigine or nothing, if you care, you'll be about the business of saving our family from killing each other. So I propose a peace treaty initiative, you know what I'm saying, across America for our people, period. And it's things that we could implement to stop the violence from the OG level all the way down. But you know what I'm saying? We definitely need something to give these kids, and we need the funding to do that. You know what I'm saying? So if there's infrastructure, there's things that are set up for that, I think that it's imperative for us to back that up, but as well as to take and say, okay, well, we could do this in my town. You know what I'm saying? We got this over in our town. We could just buy this. You know what I'm saying? So as opposed to building and things like that. So yeah, man, I think that we have to step our game up as men. You know, I can only speak for a man. You know what I'm saying? As men. And we're going to have to create something for our children, period. Ooga ooga to the family. The truth is in the building. The Thompson one is in the building. The family's in the building. All the great ones in the building, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. We appreciate it. Hey, man, we're going to keep bringing this heat, man. I mean, man, I can't get over the pyramid thing you did. It was dope. Because it's once again, like I said before, it gives irrefutable evidence to what they're saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know when I hear when we present this type of evidence to these dudes when we doing debates and stuff, well, that's not a pyramid. then we had to pull up the etymology of pyramid and stuff, and we had to go through all this embarrassing stuff. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's just like with them. If we say, yo, we're not African, and we just have a debate on identity, right? The debate would be over once we read the etymology of African. It's not indigenous to the continent. Well, at least the southern part of the continent. But we say that Europe is northern, whatever, right? So when you see these guys, you see the Royal African Company, and when I first read about, we were tracking down slavery and stuff, right? And I ran into the Royal African Company. I was thinking to myself, like, yo, this is the 1600s, right? Why are they African? You know what I mean? Like I hadn't clicked yet. I was still an African, but I was wondering, why was the Royal African Company named a company? It's an incorporated company. And in once you start tracing the things that they were doing, and trading and going down to the continent of so-called Africa, that's Africa now. It wasn't Africa then, but they were still the Royal African Company. See how that worked? Sheesh, man. And these guys will pull up this information and read it to the family as it's valid. It's anything. You know what I mean? They're coming from the perspective of the invader or the people who planted this whole inferiority, this whole Darwin, this whole out of Africa fantasy. You know what I'm saying? So these guys teach, as agents, they're teachers of eugenics, of Darwinism, of inferiority to our people. Wake up and reject it. And more people that reject this monkey business and all this other dumb shit that they can't prove, Bering Strait crossing, the people that didn't exist, and all those other things that they say that they can't prove, that's just fake, right? But they still, their arguments and their whole foundation of everything that people are saying, that, is based on these fake ass shit. And no matter what we show them, no matter the new evidence and new things that are coming out, here in the last year or so, they haven't caught up to that. They're still in the 4th grade education that they have been taught that man came out of Africa. That is a lie that you can't prove. We've been here so long that they don't have a clue. And so all these, I'm just tired of radiocarbon dating. I'm just tired of everything. And at this point right now, it's no question. You know what I mean? And I say the earth is our turf. We just claiming to be Americans, as a political, social stance, as a statement. This is what we are. We are the true Americans. We are the Americans, right? And then people can come with all the semantics that you want to, but at the end of the day, that gives us power if we connect ourselves back to this land as the Aborigine people, the copper colored Aborigines that they found when they came here. So don't teach, you teachers that teach Aborigine teaching and Aborigine consciousness and stuff, don't teach the 1828 dictionary no more. Teach the etymology of Aborigine, of American, and don't put that energy out there to say, oh yeah, well, it was us, but then they gave it to them. Because then a child is going to still say, well, it's them now. I logically say that because people logically think that anyway, right? When you think of America, you think of Billy Bob Thornton or somebody, you know what I'm saying? You don't think of a brother with an afro, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? With a corn pipe or something, you know what I mean? You don't think of it like that. So, huh?
Hey, look at it from this perspective, though. When you show them the definition and it says originally applied, and then after that it says, but now applied to Europeans, they're going to automatically say, well, hold up. How the fuck could a European be American? Because you from Europe already. So it works both ways with it. You just gotta explain.
But I'm just saying though, Noah Webster was a spellcaster, so the web and the things that he's casting, right? Because even if you when I first heard it, right, the 1828 definition, right, that's the first thing I was like, well, damn, it's still, huh? It still puts us in a loser. It still puts us in a loser perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I just this just for me, man. Like, I don't want to I try to steer away from conversations that don't give us power. And if you're reading the 1828 definition of American, you know what I'm saying? Well, you have to understand that they wasn't speaking. That's when English, the American English language was created in 1828. So what was they speaking before that? See where I'm going with this? So we gotta get. They start saying Old English. Well, it's a misnomer because Old English is German, Latin. You know what I mean? So you getting a misnomer. They're painting pictures. They're making you think certain things by using these words like Euro American, African American. You know what I'm saying? West Indies. All these are terms that they created to show ownership. The West Indian Company, the East Indian Company, the Royal African Company. They own your ass if you call yourself an African. You see how that work? See how that work? So, yeah, man. And so I don't know. You know, we gotta move around, man. We gotta change the way we move, man. I think that's happening, man. So shout out to the family, man. Be on the lookout for the 2018 Great American Powwow. It's gonna be hosted out here in Las Vegas, October 6th, 7th, and 8th. Gonna look out for that, man. It's going down. Yeah, man, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited, man, for this summer. I'm excited for this year. You know what I mean? And to be able to get out here and see the people. You know what I mean? And not only just conversate and just build with the family, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just be online. You know what I'm saying? Let's take it like a shout out to Aboriginal Power. So he was talking about, man. Let's take this shit to the streets. You know, that was Daquan. Shout out to Daquan. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Let's take this thing to the streets, man. So shout out to those brothers, man. You know, we need all hands on deck right now. So shout out to the council, man. Ooga. Let's get it, man. Shit. So yeah, let's move like winners, man. So we definitely don't sit around and talk. Oh, poor me. Oh, back in when we used to walk to school, they used to drive. You know what I'm saying? None of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I would never teach that type of inferiority to my 3-year-old, man. That's crazy. So yeah. So peace to the family, man. We in the building.
I'm gonna close this one up a little early tonight, Chief, because I gotta get up and go do something early with my daughter tomorrow. I want to make sure I'm well rested. But y'all know what we're gonna be at. Y'all know where the spot is at. And like I said, I'm gonna post it on my other channel or whatever. Yeah. But just look for it Sundays. On Sundays, you already know for the people who did subscribe to it. Or whatever, but thanks for everybody for coming out, man. Definitely appreciate all y'all, all the people who got all the good comments, who always give me inspiration to make more videos. I tell you one thing though, right? Like I said, as far as the information, if I'm wrong, I will go with Brother Reggie to the African Museum. But that ain't gonna happen because I'm not wrong. I mean, it's just too much. It's too much shit. That means that everything I've been saying, I'm lying about. So it's just too much, like for real. Like I mean, the pictures is fake. The pyramids is fake. The slavery, the Indian slave trade was fake. The census. What about the census though? What before I leave, right? Or before we get out of here. What do y'all think about the census, though? Do you think 387,000 people in 300 years? In 300 years, do you believe 380 something people can populate almost 7 million people? In the 200, like damn near 200-year span. That's like a 20-year span.
Facts.
So do you honestly
and things and languages changed and words changed with the translations, especially when you're reading it to somebody in 2018, it was written in 2003 or 2018. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different language and different agendas that are attached to this. I want to understand. Listen, man, if you are attached to them in any kind of way, and you might not know it. Some people might not know that they're aligned, their agenda is aligned with the American Eugenics Society and American Colonization Society. Shout out to BCFC. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your agenda is completely one with Charles Darwin. See how that word? It's totally in sync with Sir Francis Galton and Margaret Sanger and the NAACP and all these organizations that you know are against our people. So it's not even an argument no more. Like I will embarrass you. You're gonna get embarrassed.
Hey, Chief, how
Coming in
old
with that
is
same old bootleg ass talk, huh?
you heard me? How old is the out of Africa theory? How old is it? And
Right.
who the person who did it? Who the person? Do you know the person who did their studies? I'm gonna look at that, man.
Yeah, we had talked about them, man. You know, Hershoviks and a couple of these other Boaz and a couple of these other. Shout out to Dan Calloway, man. Uh, Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? No matter what we say, all this information is out here. There's no more information that needs to even be told no more to convince nobody. It's because there's no more debate. You don't have a master teacher that won't get his head chopped off. That will come up, that would be dumb enough that will even to try to debate this because they know the etymology of words and they understand that Africa is not an ancient word. It's the same way that these same dummies will say, oh, well, Hebrew is not an ancient word, or Christian ain't an ancient word, and all these other things that they bang on, but they'll still say, oh, Amen and African is a fucking word. Stop it, man. Y'all sound crazy as hell, man. It sounds crazy. so I don't want to, we can't keep mincing words, man. I just think that we gotta tell the truth. And the truth is always, 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 always. The light is always going to outshine the dark, man. And we're the illuminated ones, man. So let's get it, man. And don't let them spook you out with all this. Oh, don't try to uplift your people because something's going to happen. So what? How about that? So what? Some of us is about that life. How about that? You know what I mean? So I don't know what to say, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep doing what we do, man. We're going to keep bringing it to the people, man. And like I said, man, I want to come to y'all town, man. So definitely, man, reach out, man. Let's make this thing happen. We would definitely come through, man. And, I want to go to the reservations. And I mean, when I say reservation, I mean in the hood, the projects and places like that, man. Because that's why I consider all reservations, man. So shout out to all the urban Indians, man. And, man, we coming, man. It's our year, man. So it's time out for all that old shit, man. And like you said, man, who's their master teacher. So whenever they start talking that shit, well, where did you get that from? So we know where we got our from. We got our from our grandma. And y'all grandma killers. Shout out to Phoenix Moon. You know what I'm saying? That's her thing. Grandma killers. These niggas will go ask their grandma, and then their grandma will tell them they'll still come back and say, no, my grandma don't know what she's talking about.
And they argue with their grandmother, man. They argue with their grandmother now and shit. Why you lying? Like, my stop lying, like
man. So
I can hear Unc right now. Unc mother, grandmother going there, smack them and be like, "Nigga, you Cherokee, like, stop running around there like you African, nigga. You a Cherokee, nigga, you lying."
Well, shit. Shout out to Karimio. He coming through tomorrow, man. Like I said, man, on the American Aboriginal History Show, and we're gonna be the show's. The subject tomorrow is gonna be called Egypto America, man. We're gonna break down the whole shit, man. And was this Egypt here first? How about that?
Excellent show.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we're gonna bring it to the people, man, and that's what we are. That's what we doing, man. So we're gonna.
I'm just saying, though, shout out to the brothers who do real research, man. Who sit there, right. Because I mean, like I said, it's a lot of things the person could be doing. I could be teaching 2 turtles how to wrestle, and I could be trying to get $1 million off of that. Like I could, you know what I'm saying? I could be teaching. I could go buy 4 birds and teach them how to sing or something and try to make them a group or something. I mean, really, think about it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to sitting here doing some research and just, you know what I'm saying, just for the hell of it. But like I said, something compelled me to do it. So it's like, like once I get going, once I get started, like most of the time, I keep it moving, man. But I got some other videos that I got. But like I said, I'll be running into like brick walls sometime with the research. And then sometimes, like I said, I get another lead and it's an ongoing thing. But for the most part, good thing most of people know, 380,000 people can't populate no fucking 7 million people. That's impossible. Okay, it's impossible. When they saying a large majority of them was dudes anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So,
right.
I really take consideration.
Oh, for
What you say, Chief? Yeah, though, but 388,000 people ain't gonna populate no 7 million people. And
hey, bro.
it's funny.
Hey, this kind of off the subject, but it's on the subject. Do you believe in genetic memory? Like certain things could be passed down genetically from our ancestors.
I mean, it's in your DNA. Your DNA ain't just your DNA. You know what I'm saying? Cells is. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is relevant, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel like talking about no science right now, but all of it's relevant. Yeah, it's all in your DNA. It's all in your DNA.
Right. Well, but that's what I'm saying though. So a lot of times, brothers and sisters, you're not gonna be able to find some of this information that is in you already. Tap into it, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I tap into mine, and some shit is just it's innate in us, and we know this. And a lot of times with a lot of this information, we run into it. You know what I'm saying, and be like, oh, that validated what we already know. So trust your instincts, trust your memories. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in it. It's not deja vu. We've been here, and I don't know Willie Lynch or Gone with the Wind or Huck Finn or fucking Roots that a picture or existence has been placed in your mind. You see how that work? So we have to place a different picture in our own minds, and we definitely can't keep pushing the same weak ass picture in our children's mind. Oh, Dr. Martin Luther King. We ain't had nobody before or since Dr. Martin Luther King, right? Really? Or they just didn't give them to us. See how that work? So we're looking for you. You know what I'm saying? To step up. Look in the mirror. That's the leader you're looking for. Not nobody outside of you, not these characters that we can name or whatever. No, you. So, men do shit, man. So, like I said, once again, I go back to, speaking as for men. And I know that I can probably speak for 100% of women that we definitely have to step up our game and do man shit. So I don't see man shit being done around here. I see women shit being done around here. Flashing jewelry, all type of.
Let me ask you a question on another note.
Huh?
On another note, let me ask you a question, right? Now, I heard the other night y'all was talking about that nigga 6ix9ine. I mean, we ain't gonna get all into his ethic or none of that, right? But just the fact that like I believe the little niggas is psych ops. I really do, because I know for a fact that a lot of them little young blood niggas, I mean, they are up for sale when they, especially in the penal system or whatever. A lot of them niggas, you see them hanging with white boys and shit like that, because white boys got money though. But when they 6ix9ine, ain't nobody hanging around no weirdo with no fucking rainbow hair, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that shit, especially right now, that is and the rainbow is being tied to homosexuality. Ain't none of them blood little niggas gonna co-sign that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I think it's a psych op. I think he is calling people out, and then when them niggas show up, the police be, you know what I'm saying? He probably be calling motherfuckers out, and then when he show up, the police be there. I'm talking about the nigga 6ix9ine. I'm just curious. Like, I mean, like I know damn well how serious that shit was. I've seen niggas who were serious in it get hurt seriously. You understand? For saying something, like, I mean, honestly, you know what I'm saying? I've seen it. So for anybody to be false flagging or running around here starting trouble or talking about, oh, you ain't check in or whatever, like, really? Like, you can't possibly be on those streets. You can't be around nobody. I mean, like that nigga is in a penthouse somewhere playing Madden or something. He ain't out on no strip or nothing out there hanging around nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Where he could really be seen. So, like I said, that's the real gangsters or real people who do real stuff. Like, see, this whole hip hop shit, and these kids, they growing up, so they gonna see a little widow with rainbow hair and a bunch of tattoos on. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with tattoos or whatever, but you know, in the fashion of how these jokers be rocking it. But I don't know. That's another topic, man. Just something off of the Aborigine subject or off of history. What I see what's going on. And like I said, I believe that shit is psych ops because I know damn well ain't nobody gonna be popping shit that much about blood. These niggas is stone cold killer. Niggas will kill you. You know what I'm saying? These little young niggas out here or whatever, the way they be rolling, shooting niggas or whatever, man. Like I'm saying, it's a real serious game. And I don't know, you gotta be careful, man.
Well, I mean, man, listen, man. I'm not a hater, man. When I see somebody getting it, man, I respect that. I salute that. Shout out to 6ix9ine. I just say this, man. You know, I don't never and I know that they started trying to make this thing happen, where they were trying to say, well, he's a Mexican and he's a culture vulture and all this other shit. Listen, man. Last time I checked, Mexico is attached to Texas. Mexico is attached to California. Mexico is attached to New Mexico. These are imaginary lines that was put in our heads by Donald Trump and them, and these pilgrims. You know what I'm saying? So not in these invaders, not by us. Now, also, family, a person who is below, let's just say that's in Mexico, is an Aborigine who is mixed with an invader, right? So these people are still our people. We have scientific genetic things that connect us together from Georgia to Mexico, from Brazil to Canada. It's just facts. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't. So for me, you know what I'm saying? I want all my family. You know what I'm saying? I don't exclude anybody. And what we have to do is recast a caste system, spell back on the system. And meaning that Aborigine is better. That Aborigine is better, not being a mestizo or invader blood out trumps your blood. Now 6ix9ine could have just came out and just crushed everybody with that information. He said, "Yo, bro, I'm original people." You know what I'm saying? I understand that I'm mixed with these people over here. That's fine, but I don't honor them. And I'm trying to get the most chocolatest thing I could get. Y'all follow me on this, so I can bleach these people or whatever out of my bloodline. That's what we need to be teaching. Shout out to Zaza Ali. That's what she said. When people call her, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I base somebody based off of they you know what side they choose. You know, I choose this side. This is why I want to be on this side of my race. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't honor that. You know what I mean? And so I don't make distinctions because that's what they did. They said, oh, well, they come in your family. They say, oh, well, this one right here, the pencil fell through his hair, so he's a mulatto. Or this one right here is lighter in the paper bag. Well, we got my brothers and sisters, both of them, we have the same mom and daddy. So they say, wasn't there. And they're light skinned and I'm dark. They took out my mama, I took out my daddy. So yeah, so it's a lot of weird shit going on, man. And DNA, once again, you know, is limited. And that has been proven 8 million times. But these guys' only argument and the only thing that connects them to Africa is fake DNA that they just started in the 80s. It's kind of over. It's not. It's been over. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, it shouldn't even be a debate no more. It's like, why would we go over to anybody's channel and debate anymore? Because they can't disprove anything we're saying. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you debate somebody like that? It's no debate anymore. And it's just like the Dr. John Henry Clark said, I only debate my equals. All others I teach. So I will only, in back chats and even on builds, you know, go back and forth respectfully and build and debate with my brothers and sisters there's Aborigines that's on this wave. How about that?
And you know what? And you know what? Let me say this too, right? That Joker, fucking Black Jesus, minister, whatever the hell his name is, or whatever, he's a straight fucking clown, yo. And you know what? Honestly, I be trying to be respectful with a lot of people, man. But some of these dudes, they just need to be called out, man. This nigga's a straight clown, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even really like mentioning people, but you know, some of these niggas is just straight clowns, man. You know what I'm saying? I told you we was on Vortex, and I told myself, I said, you know what? I ain't fucking with that clown no more, cause I don't like the way he move. I don't like the way he ain't got no information. He just come on and talk about Jesus in 2018, nigga. You still believe in Jesus after niggas told you the J don't exist and he might have been Caesar, Serapis, and all this other stuff, and you still running around here talking about Jesus? I wanted to definitely just say something about that clown, because a lot of these niggas just be making videos or just come out. And I don't even know why Lex even put him on his platform, because he's a waste of fucking time. You know what I'm saying? He don't debate. He don't touch on point. He ain't got no points. He ain't, you know, that's why I said a lot of these jokers just be coming out the woodworks, just be wanting to debate. That's why I'm gonna be careful with who I, you know what I'm saying, with who I go back and forth with this information, because some of these jokers just is really not even worthy to even be conversating about this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you conversating, you opposing it. If you want to learn, okay, we can build all day long. You can email me, I ain't got no problem. But if you're opposing me of the information and you ain't got nothing to stand on, it ain't really even worth even talking to you. You know, I'm wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're going to get most of the time. You're going to waste your time talking to these jokers till you blue in the face. So why you just put the information out there? The people who resonate with it, they resonate with it. The other people who don't, to hell with you. Don't say we told you so later. You know what I'm saying? When jokers try to jump on the bandwagon or whatever, because it's already happening. But, you know, this ain't about no bandwagon. This ain't a game. This is about people who've been told that they from a whole nother continent and find out that they home. You know what I'm saying? So this is not even a game. This is something that's, you know, that's true to people. You know what I'm saying? You know, people want to find out their ancestry. If people paying money to take a DNA test and they find out they African and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think? People really want to know where they from. So, you know, with that being said, man, like I said, I'm gonna cut it a little short tonight. But we'll be on next Sunday or whatever. If I get an opportunity to do something a little earlier, we do something earlier, whatever. But definitely shout out to the people in the chat. Thank people for coming, you know what I'm saying, a little short notice or whatever though. But I appreciate all y'all or whatever. Chief, you wanna give your piece?
Yeah, man. Peace, brother, man. Another great build, man, as usual, man, on this Sunday build. As usual, man, like I said, man, love the work that you do, man. You know, definitely nothing but respect. Yeah, man, like I said, tomorrow, man, you know, we're gonna go in tomorrow and got some surprises, man. So shout out to everybody, man, listening tonight, man. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah, man. Sheesh. Salute to the family, man. Peace and paradise to everybody. We out.
No doubt. Like I said, you know, share, whatever. Let people notice the channel, whatever. Where I will be doing my just the live streams. I will still continue putting the video. I'm gonna actually post them on both videos. I'm sorry, on both channels. But yeah, I'm about to take it down. Like I said, shout out to all the Aborigines, shout out to all the people in the chat room, shout out to, you know, the day ones, the day 10s, the day 20s, the day 30s, and so on, so on. So peace to everybody. With that being said, we out. Peace.